right, we're on now. All right. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, crew. Thanks for showing up and hanging with us here on Thanksgiving. You know, I figured what we would do, oh there, now I'm finally in the picture. I figured what we would do is do a body weight and conditioning workout on Thanksgiving. Maybe you're doing this before you smash your face into your pecan pie and your mashed potatoes. And so maybe this gives you some solace in saying like, hey, look, I can have that extra serving.
I don't eat mashed potatoes, but
Daryl doesn't eat anything with carbs. He doesn't have anything that's processed. He only drinks, what's your drink again?
tequila.
He drinks tequila. He's gonna have tequila and turkey. Okay, regardless, here we are. What do you want to do, run, bike, or row?
I will row.
Every single time. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a timer so that you guys can follow along here. And we're gonna go, all I want you to do is 60 seconds. Listen, I know you guys have stuff going on today, and so I'm keeping this as tight and brief as we possibly can. Daryl, that's your timer. Everybody else, there's your timer in the bottom of the screen. In 5 seconds, I just want you to go nice and easy for a minute. Good. So my goal here is really three things. Number one, Daryl and I are going to get you warmed up so that things are moving and hot and ready to go. Then number two, I'd like to get through some of the shapes that we're going to express. And then number three, we're going to do a workout. So pretty simple here. In 30 seconds, you'll come off. If you've been following along all week, Daryl, we did our minute on max capacity on Monday. And I'm sure that you guys know what your 1 minute effort measurable was. I know Daryl knows his, and I know Daryl's too. 5 seconds, guys. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest there. So all I want you to do is go through, Daryl, do 5 push-ups, just real simple here. We're gonna keep this basic here. 5 push-ups, but I'm gonna make it so that it gets somewhat spun up and a little hot. Good. When you're done, do 5 lunge step on each side and just kind of moving your way through it. Yep, there you go. And man, I know that's gotta hurt if you were here all week and you did those 400 meters of lunge steps. And then you're gonna go through 3 rounds like this, and I want you to go a little faster each round without making that face. Go a little faster each round. And so by the time you get to your 3rd round of 5 push-up and 5 lunge step, yeah, not the row, you'll be ready to sort of move here or get into some dynamic shapes like burpees. When you're done with your 3 rounds, we're going to go back to the run, bike, or row, whatever it is you're doing. And by the way, if you're like, I don't have a piece of cardio equipment, you could jump rope, you could do squats and lunges, you could do sit-ups and reverse crunches, you do kind of whatever you want. But if you do have a place to run, bike, or row, what I want you to start to think of is, where was I at my peak on my 1 minute capacity effort? So, you know, I think Daryl, is yours 25?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you're just like you're like a child. It's unbelievable. It took everything for him to, was it 27?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I have a 14-year-old kid at home. It's no different. Hop back on your run, bike, or row. It's such
It's every day.
It's such a giveaway. Such a giveaway. You know what? When he looks up and to the left and he starts to do this, it means he's lying. He goes, I can't stop. He's lying. So go for a minute. You don't have to hit that number, but put a little bit more into it this time, so that you're like, hey, look, this minute is spent being like, hey, I know 27 is my number, or 18 or 15 calories is what he's measuring. And what I want you to do is be like, am I on today or am I not on today? That's all I'm talking about. Am I on or am I not on? And this is going to go by quickly, but I want you to have an idea of where you're at in the next 30 seconds. And again, he's measuring calories. You could measure anything that's like a minute, and we're talking about max capacity for a minute. And some of you are like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I wasn't here on Monday. I don't know what you're doing. All you need to think about is, what would an all-out 1 minute effort look like, and can I measure that? 3, 2, 1, come on off. That's good, Daryl. Yep, so you should know by now. You're like, yeah, I'm like, I think I could pull that off, or today's not my day. Daryl, go through, and I want you to walk through a burpee. So you take a lunge step back, get your hands to the ground. Yep, do your push-up in that bottom position. You'll do 5 of these. And while you're doing these, I'm assuming that got you ready enough. Daryl, will this be ready? Like you'll be like, yeah, I could go from here.
Sure.
Okay.
No problem.
Yep, no problem. So, and it's easy. This is a simple start. So I know we're going to count backwards here from 10. So if Daryl's all out is 27 calories, one more time, check in here. Is it 27? Okay. Then we're going to count backwards. So he's going to start at 17. So I'm going to give you a minute to get 17 calories, okay? And then you're going to have a minute to rest. Now, here's the deal. Yep, that's where that goes. Here's the deal. You can do 17 in a minute, but for some reason, if you miscalculate, or if you're like, oh, like I just couldn't get it, but you've already committed to your minus 10 from your peak, what's going to happen here is there'll just be a small price to pay in the minute that you don't get that, and that will be 1 burpee for each calorie that you're shy. Okay, we're going to climb all the way up every minute, working until you get to 27. Or whatever your number is. If you're like, I only got to 15, okay, we're going to back that out. You're going to start at 5 calories, okay? Aren't you glad you told me the truth, Daryl? So it's going to look like this, just to paint the picture. It's a minute on, and then it's a minute to rest. So you'll have a minute to rest. That's your clock up there, Daryl. Everybody else, you're going to follow along right here. So it's 60 seconds on, and then you have 60 seconds to rest. Now you buy your own recovery, because if you only get to 15 and you're supposed to get to 17, you have 2 burpees, and that's the price you pay. 10 seconds, and we're gonna roll. You'll see. It's pretty simple start, and then it gets very complex as we go along. 3, 2, 1. So you're going here. And again, what I think you're going to notice is, if you're following along with Daryl, he is going to guaranteed get there early. So he knows his peak. The best he can do is 27 calories in a minute. And then we're telling him, hey, let's pare that down to start. Get 17 calories in a minute. 30 seconds, and if you're like, I can't measure calories, surely there's something you can measure, and you just back it down, right? Back it down, take 20% off of it. 20 seconds, and see, he's there early, so he just bought himself 75 seconds of rest, so you get a whole minute plus 15 seconds of recovery. That was 17. We're going to climb up by 1 each time. This is going to be 18. Okay, so he's got a whole minute to rest. That was 17. This is going to be 18. And all of this manageable work. No question about it. Like, all of this is manageable. And then eventually, when we're going to get close to this piece that is capacity, and the capacity here is going to fall probably in somewhere in the next, 5 efforts, 6 efforts, because you're just not able to recover enough in between the massive efforts. that are coming. Okay, you're not able to recover inside those massive efforts that are coming, right? Because I can swing together 17, 18, 19, 20 gets like, okay, I need rest. Okay, he's got it, no problem. 20 seconds and we're on. So in 20 seconds we're rolling here. 15 seconds, you guys, and 10 seconds to go. Again, I feel like this is manageable, not an issue. Daryl's going for 18. You're going up 1 from wherever you were. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Yep. And there's a bunch of different ways that you can look at doing this. One of them is, I'm going to get after it. Daryl wants to get his work done early, so he's going to buy himself some additional recovery. No problem. There's 40 seconds. You could also take your time and work your way into this over the whole minute and be like, I'll just ease my way into this. Either way, there's 30 seconds. Good. Yep, and I know you guys can't hear it, but I can hear the sound of the fan. He's aggressive with it. So, bought himself another 75 seconds to rest. He went up another one, so that was for him, and you can track on your own, but that was 17 for Daryl. This one was 18. We're moving on to 19, and we've got 60 seconds. And whatever, right in your minute, you can mess around with whatever you want. You want to tinker and like do a hip opener. You want to walk around. You can recover however you want to recover. And it's sort of like, you know, the worst part of this is waiting for the onset of the pain and the suffering to happen. It's just, it's there. It's lingering. It's only 6 minutes away. It's just horrible. There's 30 seconds to go. We're moving on to 19, and the funny thing is, I've said this before, but you know, those of you who will be the most successful in these types of endurance type training sessions are the ones who can endure suffering for longer periods of time. 10 seconds, and that has to do with kind of this mental or emotional approach to what's going on. 5 seconds, 17 done, 18 done, moving on to 19, resetting, and you're on. Good. And one of the things that I want to point out here, if you look, for anyone else who's rowing, he does such a nice job of keeping his shin perpendicular, so he never lets his shin come past his ankle. So he gets that vertical shin to the floor, which is really nice because that allows him then to kind of recoil and kick out of that position. If he lets that seat hit his heels, he's kind of shut everything down. He's stored a lot of power here in the hip. And so you can see he drives and then he pulls. Drives and then he pulls, which is really nice. He's getting faster as we go along here. 75 seconds. And again, what's going to happen, and you should expect this maybe, is you'll just pay the punishment. And what the problem is this, is that, you know what? You got a whole minute here. The problem is this, is that when it gets to that place where you're like, this is too much, I can't make it, you get a pick. If you're like, hey, you know what? I'll buy my way out of this with burpees, absolutely. You can do that. But what I'm encouraging you to do is stay the course. If there's a way for you to stay the course and see if you can find a way to get to that next number. So we're up 1 again. That was 19. This is 20. And I have a feeling in the next 2 efforts or so, this will get pretty expensive. And so maybe, right? Maybe you got to pay 1 or 2 burpees, but it would be great if you make it through this whole thing. 15 seconds, and we're going to roll. So Daryl's up into the 20, right, Daryl? So we're on 20. Yep. Reset monitors. If you're on a machine that you can reset the monitors, and you'll steal rollover calories. 3, 2, 1, and we're going. So this becomes 20, and you've got to imagine how you're, playing around inside your head with this type of intensity. And there is something to be said for this, for sure, right? It's not just like, I can promise you, it's not just like, hey, I'll go as hard as I can for 40 seconds. There should be some kind of strategy where it keeps you connected to it, whether that's like, you know, I close my eyes, I take 5 inhale, exhale, and then I look up and I see where I'm at. I don't know exactly what it is for you. Maybe at the 30-second mark, you force yourself to recommit, whatever it is. There again, 20 seconds. Good. 80 seconds to rest, and like I said, the calories are going up and he's getting faster. 70 seconds, and we're back on. How was that?
Hard.
That was hard. Okay, so it should be hard. Like I said, I think that 60 seconds, I think it gets really hard now to buy each one of these calories that's coming back up. We're headed for 21, you're wherever you're at, but adding calories. And again, you haven't seen him do it here, but we're going to follow this all the way through until we get to 27 or 10 efforts for Daryl. And if he were to miss by 1 calorie, he'll do 1 burpee. If he were to miss by 2 calories, 2 burpees, so on and so forth. Yep, it gets really hard to do. It's short, it's sweet, but it's challenging. And again, there's this piece at the end where you're like, okay, how am I going to manage this? How do I want to manage this? I'm encouraging you to not buy down here. So like, don't think of it in terms of like, oh, I'll only go to 20 and then I'll start replacing it with burpees. Okay, not the point. Okay, clock. Yeah, Daryl's goal is to do no burpees. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. That will be tough. Good. We're headed for 21 here, but you guys are headed for whatever is needed on your end. Adding 1 calorie. Good. 45 seconds until we're there. And again, you can see, like he wants to get this done early. He wants to have all the additional rest that he can. Good. 30 seconds. Good. 20 seconds. Good. 15 seconds to go, 21 calories, 75 seconds to rest, and now we're talking about, you know, how hot does this get? And then what do I do with that type of intensity? And how do I begin to manage it? What am I thinking about? What's my approach to it? 60 seconds to go, and we're climbing again, this being 22 for Daryl, but you're adding 1 calorie on each time. And if you're not able to add that on, you're going to pay the price of a burpee. So a big deal, a burpee, right? But more importantly, it's like demeaning to do burpees at this point. Right? There's 35 seconds to go. And yeah, I get it, it's challenging, but we're going to keep this short. There's no like, hey, you're going to do 100 kettlebell swings and a bunch of other stuff. This will be it right here. 25 seconds, and that does go fast, I realize that. 20 seconds, and we're on, you guys. Adding an additional calorie. So I don't know where you started, but wherever you started, you're adding 1 each round, and you pay the price each time if you don't make it. But chasing down the calories, more important. 5 seconds, Daryl. 4, 3, 2, here we go. Good. So working at this the whole time, and again, what's probably going to happen somewhere along the line is you're either going to make a decision like, I can't do that, and you're going to buy it all out with burpees, and then you'll rest and move on to the next one, which would be a really tough thing to do. Or you're going to get yourself as close as you can and do a couple burpees, and then have that minute of rest and then move on. There's 25 seconds to go. Yep, and you should be able to still close these out, but like I said, it's going to be really spendy here. Down to 10 seconds of rest now. Good, was that 22? So we're at 22, okay? And since I know Daryl, I know 22 is a tough number to pull, okay, consistently. There's a minute to rest here. We're moving on to 23 here. You guys are also up a calorie. Good. And I'll just tell you, what's going to happen is you're going to have to be willing, you're going to have to be willing to string 3 or 4 minutes together that just are horrible. You're going to have to be willing to be like, okay, I don't think I can do it, and then you got to be able to do it. And that's going to happen 2 times for you. Okay, it's going to happen 2 times for you that you're going to have to, and that's what'll get you there. But what you can't, or what you don't want to have happen is you don't want to be like, yeah, you know what? I've already made up my mind that I'm done. I don't think that's a great approach here. There's 15 seconds, Daryl, couple deep breaths. Do what you need to do to recover. Remember, this is short, it's sweet, it's very potent, 10 seconds. We're starting to get into like that red hot type of heat here. Okay, 5 seconds. Come on now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Yep. You got to pull early. You got to get after this early. There's not enough time. You don't want to lull yourself into thinking like, hey, look, I'll kick it in at the end. We're on 23 here. And if things go sideways, you can still come back from it. Okay, you can still come back from it. Come on, crew. There's 35 seconds. Good. 30 seconds. And you know what you need to do, right? I don't know if it's every 10 seconds you recommit. If it's, at the 30-second mark, you kind of double down. You've got 15 seconds to get there. Good. 10 seconds now. Well done. Yep. Additional 10 to rest. Well done. That was 23 for us. You're climbing on your own. Okay? Again, at some point, things might go sideways and you might miss. You hop up and then you do your burpee and then you get back on. And it's totally fine. You're going to be like, I can't, like for example, we're shooting for 24. Daryl may or may not get there. The point is, if he gets to 23, he's going to do a burpee, he's going to get back on. We're still shooting, we're still going up another calorie. So he's either got to be willing to say like, hey look, my cap is 23. I'm willing to buy those burpees, but I'm not going below 23. You can't just give up here. If you give up, you're going to be, it's too hard to chase, right? You can't, we can't do, we're not going to do 10 burpees in a minute and then come back and be able to perform. There's 20 seconds, okay? So you're prioritizing the conditioning piece, not the burpee piece. There's 15 seconds, 24, right, Daryl?
24, here we go.
10 seconds, come on now. Yep, you got to be kind of dialed in right from the beginning here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Yep, so this is 24 for Daryl, okay? You're at wherever you're at, but subjectively, you can kind of see there's, like, he's going to have to string together 3 hard efforts to make this happen. 3 really hard efforts to get this done. There's 40 seconds. Good. 35 seconds. Recommitting now, probably at this 30-second mark. Say, hey, look, can I commit to the same sound of the fan? The heavy pull. Okay, if you're running, don't let your speed change. If you're biking, stay on the same cadence. There's 15 seconds left. Good, he's got to pull in here pretty soon. 10 seconds from right here. Come on. 5 seconds. Made it, right? Good. So whatever. So now you can tell, right? You're looking at Derek, you're like, it ain't going to happen. We're going to try and get 25. And then what's going to happen is we're going to manage 26 and 27. Okay, but like I said, there's going to be 2 in here that you're like, this is a really bad experience. This is white hot heat right now. This is where it's either like, hey, I've learned how to manage my intensity. I've learned how to manage buffering this type of intensity where there's some pain and suffering going on. And this will be it. Like this could easily be the peak here, but I already told you there's going to be 4 minutes, 2 gnarly efforts. He just did one of them, okay? Unless he surprises me, I'll be surprised. I think he can get 25. I'll be surprised on 26. 10 seconds, okay? You can look at this, Daryl, like this is the worst one. It's over after this. We can buy out burpees now. Come on, get going, get going. Yep, there we go. This will be it. There's a minute to go. Yeah, and I love this idea of this type of white hot heat going on, knowing that this is your last one, okay? You can have a strategy to buy yourself out for the rest of this. There's 40 seconds if you can figure it out. So you'll have to kick hard. You count 10 good solid kicks here with a good finishing pull, and you might get there. There's 30 seconds. So I would say, Daryl, you got to go every 10 seconds. You've got to commit to going faster. Good. There's your first 10. Come on. Come on. You got to go harder. Here we go. Go 5 seconds hard. 5, big kick. 4, 3, 2. Now 8 seconds to go, and you'll close it out. Go, Daryl. This is it. 5 seconds. Got it? Oh boy. Wow. That's quite a comeback. Okay. That was 25. Oh Lord. Okay. That was 25. Like I said, I'm not seeing 26 in the cards, but now it just becomes a matter of what can I do? And then you're going to buy the burpees back, and then you're going to close it out, and then you're going to do the burpees, and you're done. Okay, there's 30 seconds left. Yep. And even Daryl, if you can go like, hey, look, I'm just going to get 10 calories on this, and then we're going to buy the rest of those, you know, what would that be? 12, 15, 16 burpees out. 15 seconds. You got to hop on there, and you're going to spend part of your time recovering. So 26 minus however many you can get here. This is how you play this game, just so you know. Okay, 3, 2, 1. 26 minus what? He's not going to get 26. Okay, if he gets 6 calories, he's got a minute to do 20 burpees. Okay, so you got to get something done here. Good. 26 and 27, you have 2 minutes to go. There you go. So now it's steady. Okay, now it's steady. There's 40 seconds. Good, guys. There's 30 seconds, and you're probably playing the same game now that Daryl is. Hey, how many burpees do I want to get in the minute? How do I make my comeback from that next minute? There's 20 seconds left. Out of 26 calories, how many do you get? Because whatever's left over, you're going to pay the price in burpees. There's 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. How many, Daryl? 13. What's the math on that? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23. 4, 5, 6, 13 burpees. Here we go. Better hurry. 45 seconds. Yep. Daryl, however you can get them done, get them done. Yep. You got to start sooner or later. Okay, we'll count that as 1. Yeah. 2. Go on. Yep. You'll recover as you go. Come on, Daryl. Good. Wherever you're at, we'll just add it. We'll put it in the bank. Good. 25 seconds. Good. This is over with in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. You can look at it like that. I think you'll make it. 15 seconds. Okay. In 15 seconds, wherever you're at, Daryl, you're going back on, and we'll add those calories to your next minute of burpees. So in 5 seconds. Good. So you got 2 to go here. So adding 2 to this, you're on, Daryl. Okay. Whatever you can do here, do it. Okay. This is 27. Good. Come on. Come on. Yep. However you want to do it. Okay. It doesn't matter. However you want to do it. Good. So you've got 2 burpees that you're in the hole on. Yep. And it's 27. And then you have a minute to try and close out whatever you can get to. Okay. Whatever you feel like you can get to. 30 seconds. Good. Steady. Steady, steady. And I bet you can do this. I bet you're gonna have 15 burpees at the end of this, or something close to 15. You guys, 15 seconds to go here. We're almost there. 7 seconds, and this will be the hard part now. 5 seconds. Your workout is over with in 30 seconds, in 1 minute. How many, Daryl?
I did 11 calories.
Hop on. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
So you've got 14, 15, 16 burpees. 16 and it's over. Can you get 16? Good. It's a yes or a no on this. A yes or a no. Getting 16 burpees for Daryl. You're trying to close out whatever it is that you can in 35 seconds. If you can make 16, you're good. Okay, if you cannot, it's totally fine. Obviously, you've had a great ride. Good. 25 seconds, guys. Good. 20 seconds to see if you can get Daryl's going for 16. You're obviously closing out whatever it is that you need to close out. There's nobody that should have made it through this without doing any burpees. That would be mean that you don't know your own strength and capacity and you shot too low. 3, Daryl, come on. 2, 1, time. How many? 16. Got it. All right, crew. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks, Daryl. That was great work. Okay, remember to hit subscribe on this. It'll give you access to all of our other workouts. Have a great Thanksgiving. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
That was awful.